Okay, we're going to call this meeting to order at 5:38 p.m. on March the 3rd, 2022. This is a WebEx virtual meeting of the Citizen Review Board, and we do have a quorum present. I would like, everyone got a chance to read the minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Like to take a motion to accept the minutes?
So
We'll
moved.
jump at once. Thank you, Joe. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Richard, that was you, right?
It's Joe.
Okay.
Me too.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, carry. Committee assignments. I did send out the committee list. I'm assuming that a few of you got back to me, so I'm assuming you want to stay on the same committees that you're on. I would like to add Richard to the Government Relations Committee. Joe, we've added you to the Public Relations Committee, which is actually the same as the Police Liaison Committee.
Okay.
All right. And if anybody else wants any committee reassignments, please let me know. We skipped this the last couple of months because I don't know why, but we do have to have elections for the chair, the vice chair, and the secretary. So Cynthia, you're up.
I spoke with May Carter, and she does not want to be the temporary secretary or the secretary. She's looking to use up the rest of her time for this time period and may no longer be a part of the CRB. I didn't speak to anyone else in regards to any position.
If I could just interject quickly, I did receive the letter from the mayor's office in terms of May, and she has been reappointed through 2023. Just to add.
Okay. Anybody feel like being the secretary? I mean, it's really not that difficult. There is a template to fill in the blanks. It's hard for me to chair and do minutes at the same time.
And I mean, if you think about it, you always have the video. So it's actually easier than when it was before.
Correct.
Because you can at least watch the video and then type in from watching the video the information on the paper. So it's a lot different than when we didn't have video recording of the whole entire meeting besides executive session.
Okay, can I reconsider?
Yes,
Thank
you can.
All right, I thought it was terming out. All righty.
We're not letting you go that easy.
Absolutely not.
Thank you, May.
You're welcome.
So how do we do this, right?
You just state that we make a motion that May Carter be the secretary for the CRB until the end of her term in 2023. And one of you have to make that motion though. Yeah,
but we also have to do Cliff and I, they're 1-year terms.
Yeah, yep, but you do it separately.
Do it separately? Okay.
Yes.
Well, then I will wholeheartedly make the motion that May be appointed or elected as secretary, as our secretary for the CRB.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, I kept waiting for me to say no. But all right. I would also like to make the motion for Cliff Ryan to continue as vice chair.
I'll second that also.
Okay, thanks, Ruth. Any discussion?
Now someone other than you has to make the motion about you, but you have to. Okay.
I'll make a motion for Lori Nielsen to stay on as chair.
I second the motion.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Just so people know, Cliff and I can only serve this year, so start thinking about next year if anybody's interested in being chair and vice chair to let us know that. We're limited by our bylaws and the ordinance to 2 1-year terms. So,
Wasn't Peter there longer than that?
I thought so.
No,
no, it was only 2. It seemed longer, but it was only 2 years. Nothing
It was
against
just-
Peter.
it was
Believe
just
me,
long years.
Believe me, I feel like it's been a longer than a year that I've been doing it. So I
I miss
was
him on the
not-
Well,
board.
you had extra
Right.
stress.
that was not a reflection on Peter at all, because I thought he was a very good chair.
I miss him on the board, man.
Yes, I do too. I talk to him once in a while. He's doing well.
Doing good.
New board member, we have Jaquan Bay, who I thought was going to be here tonight. He is appointed by the 4 counselors at large. He was approved on Monday's meeting and has been sworn in. I know nothing about him, but I'm sure someone does.
That sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
He's around.
Give me 1 second.
But he's a community activist, I'm sure, I believe.
Yeah. He's in the community. Yeah, he definitely in the community.
I'm gonna skip training for a second and just go down to the vacancy. We still have the mayoral vacancy. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I've talked with the mayor's office. We were
He's
supposed to
attempting to sign on.
get someone last week. Haley, who is his assistant, has been meeting with him and they're trying to come up with somebody. So they're
They
working
are
on it.
meeting again this Tuesday, as I spoke with her after I received May's extension for
Mhm.
reappointment, and reiterated the fact that we need to have another person because of our legislation and how it creates diversity and helps with scheduling hearings. So it's been quite some time since we've had one, and we need to
Mhm.
get there. So
Okay, well, hopefully next week we'll hear something.
Yeah.
Training, I think that Renette and I are gonna get together very soon and plan training, because if we keep waiting for a full board, we'll never have training, so that would
I'm
be
thinking
my,
it's gonna be in April, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
But before the end of April, hopefully, because he has the ability to appoint and then have somebody by the April 1st meeting. So I
Mhm.
figure we can have training in the month of April.
right,
It just doesn't make any sense to have training
can't blame
and
you.
then have a person to miss out on the training by just a few weeks.
no, I agree with that, but, if he doesn't have somebody by April.
Yeah.
I don't want to then say, well, we'll do it in May or we'll do it in June, and we could do that for the rest of the year if we try, so. We'll push him. He might need a bigger push. Renette had sent out a couple of things about training. Do you want to do that in your report, or do you want to do that now?
We'll do that in my report.
Okay, well, then it's time for your report.
All right. Good evening, everyone. It is the beginning of month 2 from being off for 3 months. So we are plugging right along. I wanted to give you a little bit of statistics. So far in 2022, we've received 5 cases. When we look at in comparison to 2021, we had a total at the end of the year of 49. In 2020, we had a total of 46. And in 2019, we had a total of 100. So the pandemic has impacted our office a great deal. But it actually, in light of everything that's going on as it relates to the protests and things of that nature, we did not see an increase in complaints as it related to police contact, as it related to the protest. Excuse me, the light. I don't know. Okay, it's not
Can you
working.
just throw a ball at it or something?
I'm like, try.
Keep waving your hand.
Okay. So as it relates to that, I just want to point out that, it's a kind of catch-22. either people forgot that the CRB existed and there was issues and they forgot how to file a complaint, or people don't know that we're still open, or we just didn't have that many issues that warranted complaints during the pandemic. So I'll take it either way as of right now. We will be reviewing 10 cases in executive session. These cases have been investigated by our private investigator, Freeland Investigation Services, and we'll continue to get cases back from him because before I left for maternity, I gave him about 20 cases. So I expect 10 more to come from him, and we'll move along.
Uh-oh.
I think she might be gone. I'm not sure where she went, but
Gone in there.
She's
But
still
I
there.
see her.
It's buffering. It's
Lost in the
buffering.
cloud.
there she is.
She's back.
We can't hear you. Nope.
Here.
Nope. Well, while Renette's trying to figure out how to get us to hear her, her and I have been working with Tim Rudd to talk about the positions that we wanted to propose to the council for us to fill this year, and we were going with the same basic stuff that we went with last year. And all that information has been sent to Tim, and he's kind of gone over it and gone back and forth with requirements and salary, et cetera, et cetera. That being said, there's Renette reached out to Councilor Majuk about reviving our monthly meetings and also scheduling a public safety committee meeting to talk about the budget. And he said, basically, ask for one position because I can get you that. We have way more than one position that we've requested. We did ask if he would have a public safety committee meeting to talk about that one position. And he kind of went to no, that we really will talk about it during the budget hearings. So during the budget hearings, we're going to be speaking out as to why we need more staff than Chol thinks we need. I think that I don't know that Chol doesn't think we need it. I think that he thinks it would be difficult to get more than one passed through the council, and if we ask for more than one, we may not even get the one. I don't agree with that, but I think we need to do some lobbying here with our counselors on the need for staff. I am more than willing to talk to the council about what it was like when Renette was not there. And my new appreciation, I did appreciate her before, but my new appreciation of what Renette does on a day-to-day basis. I think we have more ammunition this year for the need for positions than we did last year. As far as the counselors, I don't think last year when we were doing this really understood that Renette does more than investigations, and that there are other things in addition to the day-to-day things in the office. There's training, and there's phones ringing, and there's meetings to go to, and there's FOIL requests, and there's a million things that take up her time in addition to investigations. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I had a pretty hard time with the freelance investigations, figuring out what was going on with them. Now, I realize that most of them were early cases and hard to get information because they were from 4 years ago. But it took me quite a while to get it all together and figure out what they were saying. And I don't know if that was because I didn't understand what they were saying or if I was having trouble with Dropbox, but one or the other, I was having a problem. So, but that's the status on staffing. The other thing, I did reach out to Tim. Most of you know, I guess Tim Rudd is now the director of budget. He's not a counselor anymore. I did reach out to Tim earlier, sometime last week, about how we go about requesting an increase in salary for Raynette, if that's something that we decide that we want to do through this evaluation process. And he said that we have to go through the council to do that. So just that we know that now. So we will get that. We'll figure that out when the time comes to do that, which will be soon. Raynette, can we hear you yet?
I've seen Jaquan. Jaquan just joined us as well.
I see that. Hi, Jaquan.
Lord, if you just prepare like a sheet of information, like what you're looking for, like
Yes,
you go, so we have something written, we could go to the counselor and like,
yes, we can do that.
like I know mine real well, so I just,
Mhm.
I
just don't like that.
spoke to Cho as well, Lori.
Yeah.
During the art gallery show, and
Okay.
you know, he kind of echoed those same sentiments to him, but I was explaining to him exactly what you just explained to us, and how important it is to put the pieces in place that we need for Raynette, you know, to continue to be able to do the great job that she does, you
Mhm.
know, and having those people in place would help increase the sufficiency of the board tenfold. So, you know, we all need to be there during that budget hearing
Mhm.
with Raynette, you know, lobbying, you know, for the pieces of the puzzle to be put in place for her to continue to do the job that she does. Because just like you said, when she was out, you did a great job, and everybody else, you know, but you can tell, you know, what her importance is as far as, you know, the board is concerned.
Bring us all
You know,
together.
yeah, you know.
Well, and I think too that, you know, Richard's got a good idea. especially-
Caller, use it too. Put your phone on mute.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
The getting like a cheat sheet, so to speak, out to the members of the board on what the positions are that we need and why we need them, so that you guys have something to
A unified
look
script.
at
Yeah.
if you're kind of a script to talk to the counselors. So
Yeah.
we'll take care of that, right, Ray? Yeah, man.
Laura, before you go any further, could you have the new board member to introduce themselves, please?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Jaquan, why don't you take a minute to tell us a little bit about yourself? Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Quan B. Wright. I've been in human services for a little over almost 30 years. I work with autistic individuals. I have a nonprofit called Black Men United. I don't know. I'm 46 years old. My camera on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Peace, King.
Peace. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you.
Do you go by any other name?
Ja.
No, government name. You look like somebody I know. Name.
Jaquan.
Trent.
Name Trent.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I could have back in the 80s. I can't hear.
Yeah, man, you're coming in and out too.
I just muted myself. He just looked familiar. That's all night, but it's not the same person that I thought.
Okay.
Are
Let me
you
clear
from
that up. Well,
young man?
someone else want to say something?
I was asked, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jake,
Yes,
are you from Syracuse?
I am born and raised.
Born and raised? Okay. What high school?
Corcoran.
Yay.
Yep, I knew it was something about you. Okay, thank you. My daughter graduated from Corcoran.
Jaquan's definitely a pillar in the community, you know, with the community services. I know the brother as well. Good brother, you know, to have on the board. I think he's gonna, you know, bring an element to the board, you know, that's needed. You know, I welcome you as well, brother.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, Renat.
So
You're it out.
I have the phone
Yay. Oh, okay.
so you can hear me.
We have
So that-
some,
Yes,
Is that your call-in user too?
yes.
Okay. Well, you're gonna echo, so can you turn
don't
turn
we have
something
some
off?
other new board members?
We're having a little technical difficulties, everyone, as you could see with Miss Relaford's video feed and everything. So bear with us if you hear an echo.
I'm afraid to hang up and then log back in because we might lose everybody. So hold tight, but I can't deal with this though either. So
Yeah,
You
we
mute
might
your
we might
computer?
go ahead and try that. We might have to go ahead and try that because that's not going to cut it.
all right, so let's do that. Let's log out and log back in. I'm gonna
All right.
close it out. Sorry.
So we all logging out or just her?